of teams situated down on towards the southern side. No surprise, because obviously the flight path was there. But I'm curious to see where...
I expect this beginning.
Yeah,
but
I mean...
yes, I mean, they have to honestly have...
But chickens don't. They just
chickens
normal peaks. And speaking about peaks, it is going to be Groza peeking over the ridge, finding that angle over onto Prestige, and down below, it is going to be a relatively risky start now for Rico Infinity. As we can see, YWZ also trying to hold on. Groza, Kalaga holding up this ridge. But a beautiful off-angle position coming in there by Riva. Jump shot, it's going to be the name of the day. And with that, it will be Ida and SK Tom, the final two hopefuls. But, of course, they are just getting pinced like it's no one's business. And Ida is now the last one left to try and find a secure position.
Absolutely horrific loss there for the side of Rico Infinity, as they lose 3 at the beginning. And it may just get even worse for Ida, who's trying to come through, trying to force out, is able to do so. He's got the shotty, and he is making it work. Takes down 1. Reva trying to push around the edge. You can see him with the shotgun, though, as he's going to try and step in through the window. The shot's not going to quite land for now. Needs to put some distance. Knows that short range, Ida is going to win this fight. Reva ends out losing pretty heavily, and it looks like a bit of revenge is on the cards here. Ida gonna take 1 shot, maybe 2 shots, looking to peek around the corner. Reva goes out the window. Ida may look to follow him. He's not gonna do so. Now it's this constant up and down chase happening here as the rest of Conqueror are pushing on to this final remaining member here for the side of Rico Infinity. And down he goes, our first victim of the final game. Rico Infinity take down 1 and end on a 1-pointer.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit of a oof right there. I mean, Rico Infinity, that was crazy, but big ups going out there to Conquerors, as they've now been able to come in with a pretty strong start to their match, already sitting with 4 eliminations on the board. But let's see now whether or not any of the other teams...
Not being the greatest weekend for them, unfortunately. So they're a little bit upset with the overall performance that they've had. But, you know, not everybody can be a winner, Slime. And unfortunately, it has not been your weekend. But Conqueror are the ones I've got my eyes on, because they got 4 kills. Yes, that's a lot of points. Well, 4 elimination points. That's nice. They're one of the teams who have potential to shift dramatically in the standings, but they did lose a member. So that engagement might have got them a lot of elimination points, but it could cost them down the line. Now they're operating on a 3-team group. So I want to keep my eyes on Conqueror to see how this fares for them, as we're going to see where the second circle takes us, where it shifts. There's Falcon rotating through that northern area. There's plenty of roads to take if they want to try and rotate themselves around somewhat, but let's see where this circle goes. It could be a little bit spicy, or it could be more central. So far we've had pretty central second circles, and this one goes a little bit more north, but it's still fairly central.
I mean, it's going to open up a lot of potential rotations for the teams, especially up on towards that northern territories, right? So Falcons, they're actually in a really good setup. They can now just make their way into the north completely uncontested, not having to worry about much. But it is going to be Omar who is going to be having to worry a little bit as they do fall off or slide off of something there. Just getting knocked on down. A little bit of a risky play. You don't want to be up in the thick of it and then have yourself knocked out. But also a little bit of a setup there coming in from Al-Hajj. You can see those shots now just heading on through. But look at this. Humam showing off with the buggy a little bit.
Doing the full barrel roll there. Lovely stuff. As Yala still stuck in this exchange, this skirmish with the Orodu Funders. Obviously, great thing about Miramar is it's very much a map where scopes and long-range weapons really shine, especially in these stages of the game. So we'll keep our eyes on how this is going to go down for these teams, but for now, Yala are in the building. They are feeling pretty comfortable just to hold and buckle down here for the moment.
Well, at least they can afford to do a little bit of buckling there, as we do see Orodu Thunders not really being any danger to their position. But, you know, who knows? They could change a little bit further down the line. Of course, Orodu Thunders now looking to get themselves up closer. What? Rex
Triple?
going absolutely insane there with the vehicle. I mean, what is happening here today?
He had a triple. He got greedy and went for the quadra flip. Luckily, his mate in a Lambo gonna pick him up. Man, we almost got a quadra flip. Unfortunately, we didn't. Umbra, been a pretty disappointing day for them as wow, right from the top of the mountainside, taking shots. Is able to be aware of it, and actually, the already funders are also in the location. So this might get a little bit scary for Umbra as they are surrounded on multiple fronts here. The rest of Nigma are closing in on Rauf's location.
They might be closing in, but there's no confirmed plays just yet, right? So we do see the teams continuing to move closer and closer together. We also have the players there from Virtual moving right up in alongside Twisted Mind. So again, a little bit of a bit of caution needs to be applied there. But of course, we can see the players from Slime now starting to hammer away in that feed, applying quite a bit of pressure onto the team from Myth down south. Also, you know, the tensions are rising here as we did see already Thunders just sneaking their way a little bit closer. We can see them just positioned south there of Umbra, up on towards Intruder, and G3 is also looking to be a little bit of a difficult spot, but now the teams are going to be waiting to see where this next phase will be taking them, as there are still a lot of teams in the running here, and, you know, tensions are definitely starting to build.
Yeah, it does feel like we are on a bit of a knife's edge. Remember, the standings mean a lot of teams can shift around, and this is the final game. Nigma going to be quite happy with this location because Rauf on that very high ground position doesn't actually have to move. Maybe a slight breath of fresh air the side of Umbra, who unfortunately a little bit locked in position as Intrama picking up a nade. Might just try and find it. Doesn't land it, unfortunately. Waiting to try and find another one through this window. That's going to be one down with a nade there. The Nemo actually able to do a lot of work there. Might just try and bounce this next one off. And Bruden not going to take the shots yet. They are pushing up. Bruden coming in, going for the shots. And Intruder getting himself 2 kills on the board. Doesn't cost them a single thing. It's Flacco now. Currently stuck in a 1v1. Looking for the shots. Going to take a whole bunch in return. Able to find himself a cheeky knock. The rest of the team should come back around, though, to try and save the day. There's Africa pushing up. Seeing if they can get anything else. A lot of damage. Flacco really pulling off this 1v3. He's actually going to peek around the corner here. Finds himself a knock onto one. Repositions, and now he's getting rushed with the buggy. Going to get a whole bunch of damage off in response as Flacco coming alive as he's starting to light Intruder up. They took out the rest of his team, and he will take them down. He will punish them for it as he's pushing in forwards. But there we go. G3 Temper are knocked out.
Well, but a beautiful run coming in there from Flacco, knocking out 3 of the players of Intruder. I mean, absolutely phenomenal performance, but now it is going to be the players from Twisted and Oridu Thunder going toe-to-toe out here in the open fields. So we can see Rex and the rest of the squad now just looking to hold on to the position. Twisted Minds, a little bit more of a spread-out play coming through from them. As we got Dami, Rolkers, and Vigo's now just holding up on the front line. Never mind, no, that's Kaito. Vigo instead being a little bit further down, just holding that off angle. But we got Rauf heading up onto the very, very tippity top of the mountain there, as we can see for the side of Nigma Galaxy. Now that is an absolutely beautiful Thunders and Twisted Mind. But look at the shot now from Hemo down onto Buren. Such a phenomenal headshot. I mean, one tap, that's all you need.
Absolutely amazing headshot there. Intruder, another team who, you know, need a good game. 4 eliminations under their belt, but they didn't lose anyone, unlike Conqueror. So a massive, massive pickup for them. There's Myths and Slime going a bit toe-to-toe here as we're moving on to our 3rd circle. See where this is going to take us as Umbra still kind of locked down in that compound. Rauf got his sights on them. But Yala are probably going to get pushed up here. And yes, this hillside still going to be somewhat in the circle, so Rauf can just reposition and buckle down. But Nid was fairly spread out here, and it actually might be looking like a town ending here in El Pozo.
It could be. I mean, it's very, very possible, but it's going to be a very tough play, especially with that beautiful ridgeline separating the city from that open field. But also now Zeus is going to be coming in with a little bit of that Car 98 action, looking to see if they can reach up into the side of Myth. Also, we do see the players there from Yala holding up on the high ground, but a lot of teams still to make that long trek back into this next phase. So you can see Twisted Minds and Oradu Thunder getting into a bit of a tussle on that very, very edge of that zone. But Sanji, beautiful Overwatch, just tapping away over on towards the side there of Myth with a few more engagements now lighting up the map elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Twisted Minds currently in a bit of a scrap themselves versus Oradu Thunders. Seeing if they can find these nades, find these picks. As Umbra now pushing up. Oh, X! Able to take out Vigors, and now PRZ will go down as well. Cheeky knock there, but Umbra should be able to pick PRZ up. Now they are aware of the Oradu Thunders and Twisted Minds. The exchange, the 3 versus 3, just on the cusp of the circle. Dammy gonna get knocked out by the nade here. Focus, looking to push up. RJ coming in with the spray, able to find the takedown as well. That's the second knock picked up. Kato now next under fire, switching out guns, looking for the shots. That's a good headshot coming in, and Oradu Thunders rushing in through the walls. They go, taking a lot of shots there in responses. They're looking for the nade. Kato able to heal up for the moment, and they're looking for a little bit more damage. As RJ needs to be so careful. They're trying to find these shots over the window, but they can't quite let them connect. As Kato taking a bunch of damage, but he's able to fire back out, able to answer out himself here for the moment. Can't quite find the spray to connect, and Umbra continues to shoot down into this as a third-party nuisance. Yala have joined in as well. This is getting so messy so quickly, and Oradu Thunders are knocked out. But Twisted Minds, what is the cost? What have they lost for this? Because Yala are in the action in the compound. Nades are bouncing through, and Kato will take a bit of damage from that as Ragnar and Powerful and Sanji have him surrounded. Kato, it's going to have to be one hell of a play to go 1 versus 4 here versus Yala, because Umbra are looking to tidy up as well, as PRC once again has been knocked as Myths are pushing up. This is just constant action, constant outbreak of absolute madness. Woo! As another member gets knocked, but Myths will have to burn more resources, more time to keep themselves relevant in this after this action.
I mean, this is absolutely insane, but now the tension continuing to rise. Virtual Gaming also looking to finish strong as they're going toe-to-toe now with Slime4KT. Alpha Luigi sending out that util. Not quite the way they would have hoped it to go, but now it is going to be Storm also cooking up a beautiful nade, sending it over, not finding any damage, but comes in for a bit of a finish on towards Petrox. Now let's see whether or not Storm will be able to keep the momentum running here as they are now just cleaning up this position. Bit by bit, beautiful angle.
Oh.
Zeus now getting a beautiful trade in as well, but up comes the rush. Let's see whether or not they'll be able to close it out. It is going to be absolutely insane, and with that, it is going to be the side of Slime4KT to end the running for Virtual Gaming.
Really nice stuff there from Slime as Virtual have been knocked out, but everyone is starting to light each other up as 90th minute taking some shots. Freak's going to take some in response though. A lot of long-range fighting as everybody's getting them settled down in buildings. How amazing would it be if the ending is in the Colosseum? Oh. That would be the greatest. I don't think the circle is there, unfortunately, but that would have been an amazing ending.
That would have been absolutely insane. I mean, but of course...
Gladiators.
Yeah, you know, then they literally have to fight their way on through. And speaking about fighting, it is going to be Falcon last to get taken right on down this time around, not being the last remaining hopeful. But let's see what the rest of the squad can do, as we do see Damar and Never Alone now looking to apply a bit of pressure on towards 90th minute. Yusuf keeping a very watchful eye here, looking to see if they can find a bit of that opening as the tensions continue to rise. Intruder now having to pack their bags, but let's see what our remaining 8 teams can do.
Already down to 8 teams right now as Falcons able to pick up their members. They're able to hold it. Yusuf with this high ground position means that Last and Never Alone can sort themselves out and move out as quick as possible. Morven trying to find this nade. Last able to heal himself back up, and Never Alone now actually pushing through the smokes into the complex, into the building to see if he can do anything. They're going to bandage, they're going to heal. Everybody popping everything for this fight for this building. It could be so important. It's within the circle. And Falcon want to get their hands on it. As Yala taking a fight versus Slime outside of the city for the moment.
I mean, but a good play coming through here from Slime, right? A beautiful spread coming in. They are really in a position where they can prioritize these engagements and not get themselves caught out. And I'm curious to see what they're going to be able to do, whether or not they can just look to capitalize on their current position. Yala, on the other hand, really caught in the crossfire there, as we can see. Even Nexus reaching all the way across from the opposite end of the zone. Umbra right there up in the mix as well. PRZ right there on the front line. But look at this powerful Ragnar trying to get themselves out of this very sticky situation, and Storm being absolutely relentless with the nades, but does find another one come through, and with that gets the knock on towards Ragnar.
Lovely knock onto Ragnar. Slime actually able to take out powerful Yala. This is not what they need. They do not want to be losing people this hard early on. Remember, they are still like trying to hold on to second place. Down to just the one player. They've got 3 eliminations under their belt. If they can get the pickup, maybe there's a world where Yala can remain in second place, but Slime could have cost them heavily here. Could have cost them any potential to hold up into that second spot for the moment, as Falcons seeing if they can move forward, as they were able to win their previous engagement. Aimer taking a couple of shots from Jamaz, but Jamaz not actually able to hit him. And now Falcon actually pushing up into the pocket of 0-1, looking to see if they can get onto them. A lot of people rotating, moving around this map right now. Yala still not being able to pick up their current downed member, and a shift into the south of the circle means that Hoppen is going to lose his final member. It's just going to be him all on his lonesome. Might have to hold it out as Jamaz taking a whole bunch of shots from Never Alone. Never Alone. And just jump through the window here, looking to push in. Saif being rushed here, getting shots off at the last, able to get the down, and now he's taking shots in the back. He's going to go down. Human also knocked and taken out low here. Scarf trying to find these shots. He's able to take down Never Alone, but he will get himself taken out. 0-1 are out of the runnings.
Wow. I mean, Falcons just stepping up with such a beautiful bit of aggression right there on towards them, as we now are whittled down to only 7 remaining teams. And look at the Slime still rocking a full squad as Umbra now make their way on back. And look at this. Falcons looking to see if they can maybe salvage something out of this position, as we've got Damar now heading up right alongside the players there from Slime. But it is going to be Gaga for 90th minute to spot them out, and with that pick up the trade, sending Falcons away. Now down to 5 teams we go. Slime looking absolutely golden up in that southern position, holding the high ground. Nigma coming under quite a bit of pressure here as the shot continues to rain on down. But Gaga, the last one left there for 90th, just holding up at the front line. Meanwhile, it's going to be Conqueror coming under fire, and Hopen sending out a molly over on towards the side there of Freak coming in for Nigma.
Slime gonna do it? Are they actually gonna have a chicken dinner on the final game? They have 10 eliminations under their belt. They are operating at max capacity, and look at that position they've got. They've got the high ground. They've got a wonderful spread. They're very, very comfortable right now. And they've got to take down Freak. They've got to take down Hoppen. I think this might just be Slime. They're able to take the win, because Freak and Hoppen are going toe-to-toe, trying to deal with one another. Freak's going to cook the nade, throw it out. Going to land very close to Hoppen, but doesn't actually land the damage onto him. Hoppen just healing up for the moment. As Slime coming around onto the flank here to see if they can take down Freak. Plaza going to get himself set up in the box, but the smokes are down, and Hoppen looking for the shots onto Plaza. Going to look for some shots, not going to quite hit them. Plaza able to hold in that bunker for the moment. Slime might be ending a pretty poor week for themselves on a victory with a whole bunch of points in their pocket. Freak under fire. Hoppen just Getting that energy drink in and keeping himself topped up for as long as possible, but the blue is going to force him out, and he needs to reposition. He needs to move, but there we go. Nigma are taken out, and Yala needs to make a hero play happen. It's not going to go down as Slime take the final.